And we are live, live, live.
Good. That's good.
Live, 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 live.
Good morning, everyone. It's Valerie, otherwise known as Chick
Chick
Picker.
picker.
Chick picker.
How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing this morning?
Good.
Good, good, good.
Our kitchen's being finished. Our
Oh,
countertop
good.
came in yesterday. So today the backsplash is going up. They'll be working on it today and tomorrow, and then they'll be done. Done.
So we'll all show up for a fresh home cooked meal at Maggie's.
Yep. Not cooked by me, but yeah. I'll just be glad to have the work done. I have my sink back. We haven't had a sink for 2 months.
Yeah, that had to have been difficult.
I'm like too old to be doing dishes in the bathtub.
Yeah, I hear ya.
I'm trying.
You see that in the side in the YouTube chat?
Not yet. I see.
Happy, happy, slap my pappy.
Well, there
That
you go.
is a feedback message I got from my buyer.
Really?
During the night. He
That's an
ordered
interesting.
some ends for his bicycle handlebars, and he got his ends, and then he wrote "Happy, happy, slap my pappy."
There you
That was,
go. That's
that was the feedback message. That was funny, I thought.
that's interesting. Very interesting.
You know, Tom's always saying that tastes so good, makes you want to kiss your grandma. Well, this guy is
Hmm.
so happy, he wants to
Wants to
slap his
slap his
pappy.
pappy.
Ugh.
I guess we had
Grandma
some
gets a
pretty.
kiss, and pappy gets a slap.
There you go.
Morning, Jennifer.
I guess we had some pretty bad storms here last night. I didn't hear
Oh,
nothing. Tina said that everything was kind of rocking and rolling, and there was lots of lightning, and um,
oh
I didn't
wow.
hear a thing. She said Ringo came up and got on her chest and was just shaking like a leaf, and he was so scared and everything, and I didn't hear nothing.
No, we didn't have
But
any. We're having pretty nice weather.
that's good. I think it's supposed to be in the 70s today, so that's good.
Yeah, I'm so ready for warm weather,
Me too.
even though there's nowhere to go out in it. But still.
Yep.
Well, and that's what Tina was saying that I was kind of upset that the bins were going to be closed and stuff, but I mean she was pretty aware that things were still going to be shut down, and so I mean she was pretty prepared for that. So we're just trying to make the best of it, make the best of her visit, and hang out, and she's really helped. We bought all kinds of flowers, so we've been planting flowers,
Oh,
and she helped
nice.
me clean up my little covered area. So there's a bunch of leaves and stuff in it. So she, you know, clean helped clean that out, and we um, fixed it up with some flowers, and it seems like every time we go out, we buy more flowers. So, but it looks really good. I I would like to. I'm looking to kind of make that space into a a place that I can actually work in. If I want to go outside and do jewelry, or take pictures, or something, I would like to kind of transform that into that kind of an area. But and that's why I was looking for those, like those bamboo shades.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah, yeah. Texas Val, good morning. She said, I was thinking about the bins yesterday. It says they're open but shorter hours. They're open here, but they're open shorter hours. I want to go so bad, but I'm not. Too much stuff to list. Man, don't I know it? uh, yeah.
Here on Monday in New Jersey, they're allowing uh, all what was it? All retail businesses to reopen, but only for curbside pickup. So you can call them or go online and order something and then pick it up from the store. You
Oh, that's
can't go into
nice.
the store and shop, but hey, it's a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But it's not like you can call a thrift shop and say, "Hey, send me all your," you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But still, it's a it's a it's a good sign. Morning,
Yeah.
Craig.
Maybe you can find some estate sales to go to. That's an idea.
That is an idea.
That's a possibility. Because I know, I think it was last week they had some estate sales around here. I didn't go, but um, that would be fun. We want to go to the shooting range.
Yeah.
We want to do that.
I don't think I've ever held a gun in my. I don't. I know. I haven't never even held a gun in my hands.
It's quite invigorating. It's it's almost empowering, but it's a good thing. The last time that we went, there was a guy that had it was definitely a like a semi-automatic weapon, and I mean he was just the kind of the vibration of the noise, the shooting. Uh, it just kind of, I don't know. For me, it kind of sent chills down my my spine. It's pretty cool. Good morning, Beth. Good morning, Hank. Good morning, Craig. I hope everybody's having a good morning. Feeling pretty good. I was a little bit sore this morning, but
I know, Hank. I've lived a sheltered life. Hi, Beth. Were we talking about cows or something one day? And I didn't never even saw a cow until I was an adult.
Wow.
yeah, it's pretty crazy. Good morning.
Hi
It's such a
guys.
strange concept to me. Yes.
City
Been
living, city living.
been around places that had cows my whole life.
I grew up in the city. We had in a row home. I remember one time I was taking pictures. I posted a picture online of I don't know, somebody had a really cool front door or something. I don't know. And so it was this row of row houses. So I took a picture of it, but kind of to show this one door.
Mhm.
And somebody posted on it, wow, how many doors does that house have? And I'm like, that's not one house with 10 doors. It's 10 10 houses. And they're like, wow, like they couldn't conceive of people living on a row house like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Fishing and
until we
picking.
until we bought this house down here, we never lived in a single home. Like I always lived in a row house, and then our last house before this was a twin, so we were connected on the one side.
Okay.
So for us, this to live in a single house that's open on all
Oh,
sides is unusual.
So fishing and picking says question for the clothing people. I heard the term this morning, dead stock Levi's, when looking for some pants to buy. What is dead stock?
Like,
It's new with tags, but
But
it's
never been sold to the
it's never been
customer.
sold, and I guess it's never it's not necessarily like vintage or anything. It's just never been sold,
No.
right?
I think
Yeah, it's just stuff that's been pulled from a warehouse. It's never been offered for sale. It's like it's not
yeah.
never sold in a retail store.
And also, isn't dead stock, doesn't that mean that they stop making that model
that's what I was gonna
or
say.
style?
Like
Yeah.
discontinued.
Yeah, it's
Discontinued
new,
style.
but it's never, they stopped making that style.
Okay. I never thought about that latter part, but that makes sense. That does make sense.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
Did you guys get to go thrifting at all yesterday?
Actually, we didn't. We had went thrifting the day before, and so I'm still on the lookout for those bamboo shades. I've got
Yes.
that in my mind, and I've got to I gotta find them. So
You looking for what?
They're the bamboo shades like you put outside.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking for those, and for my covered area. And so I thought, well, maybe if we go to Walmart, maybe they'll have something there. They didn't. But we got some more flowers, and we got some curtain rods, and we're spicing the place up here. It's looking pretty good. Got lots of flowers hung up, and
I know at Home Depot or Lowe's, even if they don't have those in stock, they can order them for you.
yeah, I mean,
But they're
It's more expensive.
probably not very cheap.
that's my trouble right there, is that I want them, but I don't want to pay a whole lot of money for them.
Yeah. I got a lot of stuff that I would, is in my life like that. I'd like to have that, but no, I ain't gonna pay that.
Yeah. So, I mean, she was looking at it last night, and she found a few that were pretty reasonable, but I don't want to put down that much money, because it's like 180 inches, and that was just for one side.
Oof.
So, for two sides, that's 360 inches.
Yeah.
That's a lot of shade.
Mm.
So, like I told her, I may just have to, find one and then just kind of buy them a little bit at a time until I get, everything that I need. So.
Or put a thing on Facebook Marketplace asking for them in search of.
Yeah, I could probably do that, something like that too. See if maybe somebody has some that they've, taken. Like I said, they don't need to be like pristine. I know Texas Val. She said not too spicy. Then you may not make the big move eventually. Yeah, I mean, but in essence, you do have to make the area that you live in. You have to make it livable,
Mhm.
and somewhat enjoyable. What I had up was not enjoyable. It was just kind of, it was almost depressing. So let's see. Hank says get beige, dark green, or a gray one. Maybe try to blend in the camo. You'll never see it at. So
Yeah, I would say do that with Facebook Marketplace, and then possibly look at doing like taking an old door. That might work out even better
Oh,
for you.
yeah.
An old door?
Yeah, like, you know, a regular door.
That's not what I'm looking for, though.
But
Like I'm not looking to close it off. I want an option to be able to either close them, or if it's sunshiny and I want sunshine in, I want to be able to pull those shades up and let the sunshine in. That's my, you know, that's the vision.
okay.
So
Well, this is the way that I was thinking of it, because I didn't know if you wanted it to completely close it off, if you know, if you want it closed, you know, I didn't know if you want it completely closed off or like maybe just a half door. But like, you know, like with, if you did like a half door, you could take a regular door and cut it down and make two doors. You know what I mean? Like make like saloon doors.
right, like a farmhouse door,
Mm-hmm.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's an awkward place anyway, just because it's, you know, it's got the 6 pylons, or it's like a lattice, you know, so and everything else, this, like halfway up the sides, on both sides, there's I don't know if it's like OSB board or something like that, but it's, you know, that part is done. I just need shades to go around the top part of it. Yeah. That's great, Beth. She finally hit the 21-pound mark.
Good job,
Awesome.
Beth.
You broke through it. That's great.
Yep.
But you know how you get, I mean, for me, if I get like a vision of what I want, it's hard to kind of think of anything else. Like originally, what my thought was I could get like a piece of plywood and hinge it, and then prop it. You know, if I wanted to open them, I could just prop them up.
Yeah.
You know, with a stick or something.
Mm-hmm.
That was the original plan. But then I thought, you know, the shades would be a little more, I don't know, I'd have a few more choices with them, you know, as far as how much I wanted to open. Because like I said, I do want to start working out there.
Yeah.
You know, doing jewelry and just being outside will be good.
Yeah.
Next time you're in the big city, go to the Habitat for Humanity. They always seem to have window treatments, window blinds and shades and curtains.
Did you not find one yesterday?
There was one in St. Joe, but it was closed.
Oh.
So, you know, a lot of those places are going to be closed up, and
yeah, you know, ours is closed right now too. And whenever they open, I will look for you.
So, I'm sure I'll find them.
I know the last time I was there, which was about a year ago, because I don't go that often, which I should make it you know, a regular place that I'm shopping at, because they always have good stuff.
Right.
But the last time I was there, they had some of those.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that I'll come across you know, they're going to be, if I buy them new, I know that they're going to be expensive, you know, with the amount of inches that I need. But
I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you could do DIY.
Yeah.
as far as that goes. You could take, depending on how wide it is, you could take 2 of the what are they called? The mesh things, the magic mesh. And you can get those at Dollar General, I know.
Okay.
And or you can get them online, probably cheaper. And take 2 of those, put them side by side, run the magnets down the middle.
I'm confused.
And you can do anything you want.
I'm not looking for a door.
Okay, so you just want a shade.
I want them for the sides. I want the shades for the side of the building, which the length on it, all I need is really about probably maybe like 14, 15 inches long, maybe 20 inches. But the length of it is what's going to be the booger on it. You know, that's going to be the hard thing to find, because they're going to have to be there's a lot of length that I have to find on those. I mean, I don't want it to look. That doesn't have to look fancy, but I just have this.
You have an idea in your head,
and it's hard. It's hard for me to think of anything else.
Yeah.
Now the magic mess I was thinking was for like the front of the building where I could, or the covering that I could put on for like the door area, you know, to keep bugs out and stuff like that. But I mean, if the shades are up, that's not going to do me any good anyway. So anyway.
I get you.
That's what I was thinking. But yeah, we got probably 6 or 8 hanging plants. We got some succulents, some really cool succulents, and some flowers, and so it looks really good.
Cool.
It looks really, really nice. I'll have to take a picture and post it.
And you have to water them.
Yeah.
Don't let them die.
I water them. I think I just water them too much.
Yeah,
I
don't
think
do that.
why I kill them, because I think I drown them. But yeah, I mean, they definitely got a good drink last night. We got some major rain and
we're getting rain today.
Storms. There was some. Of course, Tina, you know, she said she woke up to him. Ringo was like shaking like a leaf, and she said the sky was lighting up, and she said it was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
You know, I slept right through it. I slept like a baby. But if you run across some cheap fabric somewhere, maybe just like to fit it like little drapes, wash it. That's kind of what I was thinking too, because you know they have those. I was thinking maybe something like you know, like a shower curtain.
Yeah.
Because they're used to, you know, they're made for moisture and stuff like that. So I was kind of thinking of something like that. But I don't know. There's some possibilities. But
yeah.
I was telling Tina about it, and I'm gonna go to the hardware store, the local hardware store, and see if that may be something that they can maybe order. You know, something like that. So.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I don't know. We'll see.
So
yesterday,
Gwen was so excited yesterday. She actually got to go to the nail salon and get her nails done.
Oh, awesome!
First time, and
I can't blame her.
Mm,
That's exciting.
yeah, especially because her hands started looking like little scarecrow stubs. She
There's a
would,
lot of people here that are teaching themselves how to do their own nails.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
'Cause
sure.
they're like, yeah, I don't know if we're ever gonna get to the salon.
it's like if there was a loose piece of fabric anywhere, she snagged her nails on them. You know,
Oh, hey,
like
bum crack.
she had looked like chunks of lint hanging off of her, you know, from snagging on sweaters or bedspreads or towels or yeah.
I would give my right arm for a pedicure and a haircut. I don't like touching my own feet.
I don't either. I
Uh,
don't like doing that either.
There's nothing like a
Kinda.
good pedicure.
I'm kind of neutral on touching my own feet. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't. What? You don't like touching your own feet? That's. I mean, they're hooked to your body.
I
How do you
know, but
not? I guess you can
they're
avoid
ugly.
touching your feet. They're ugly.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody
Go
has
get poison
ugly
today.
feet, don't they?
Poison.
I don't know. I have pretty cute feet.
Cute feet. Yeah.
I have ugly feet.
Ugly feet. What makes them? Are they like
What makes them
Fred,
ugly is the
Fred
second toe
Flintstone feet sticking out the
second
bottom
toe
of his car?
is longer than the big toe, and that makes yeah.
Yeah.
But I know probably it's probably 75% of people have a long their toe is longer their second toe is longer than their big toe.
Mm.
That's how most people's feet are. It's more of like a it's for
Yeah.
I
balance.
got dirt on the bottom of mine.
What are you trying to do? Make Valerie throw up?
And then I have a bunion on the one foot, which is such a old people
Sorry,
thing.
Valerie.
That's okay.
I had to throw that in there.
I had a feeling.
Feel free to rewind and watch that again.
You should put it in the title as clickbait. Todd's foot.
Todd shows feet.
Todd
Not just
shows-
hands.
Todd shows another appendage.
We'll have all kinds of fetish people in here. Can I
Todd
see
shows another body part. Click it. Click to see which one.
Oh my God.
No, I think those collars that we have on the dogs, I think they are keeping the fleas pretty much from getting, from staying on the dog, but still bringing them into the house
Mm.
because I found another tick on me last night,
Oh no.
and I don't like that.
Yeah.
That is
You
scary
need
to
to
me.
get some 7, and you need
It's
to put
wet
it.
though.
Huh?
It's wet right now.
No, you need to put it inside.
Oh, okay.
You need to put
Okay.
it or 7 or that self-defense spray,
Yeah, I have that.
and you can put. Just go along the baseboards.
Yeah, we're gonna clean our room really good, dust and all that, and then we're gonna spray
Yeah.
because I have that ortho or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I was so glad today to see that my John box is tracking to be delivered today.
Is it going to be delivered today?
Oh, I was so happy because it only spent 1 day in Detroit.
Oh wow.
But it spent like 11 days or something in Ohio.
Wow.
Brandon was talking to somebody that works at Walmart, and she said that one of her brother-in-laws or something works at the distribution center in Detroit, and a full crew is like 30 people on one shift, and there was only 2 working on one shift.
Wow.
So
well, that explains
that's
a lot of that.
yes. And the same with the Pontiac distribution center. I sold something on Macari, and it's not tracking. It's just sitting.
So are these distribution centers, have they got the virus or something? Everybody went home sick?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's not good.
I know.
Not good at all.
So that's a little scary.
Yeah.
Whenever it takes, but it's really hard to get anything in and out of Michigan. So yeah, there's the Pontiac one, and then I believe there's a few other ones. Yeah, but I was just glad to see that on the list, because I have the app. I have the USPS app, and so I can go on there every day or however many times a day I want, but they only usually update it once a day in the morning, to show, what they're bringing or whatever. And you can look at what what mail you're getting. They usually take pictures and stuff.
Did you hear anything about your shirts?
No.
Nothing
yet? It's still one thing, and it says that she just uploaded the label, and that was it.
That stinks.
Yeah. I hope I get my shirts. I really do, because they're really cool shirts. I got that. She had a Beatles one.
I seen that.
And she had a Toy Story one, and I got both of those.
You want to see what I'm wearing?
Yeah, what is it?
Antique. Archaeology.
Now, who wears that from? Can you guess?
Yeah, I know where that's from.
Don't say it.
Antique archaeology. I don't.
Is that
Did you steal it off of Frank?
Yep.
Frank. Oh, American Pickers.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. American Pickers.
I don't watch that show very often.
That's the name of their.
Is that the name of their store?
I think that's the name of their store.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Actually, both stores, I think. The one.
Don't they have one in Iowa and?
Yeah, and one in Tennessee. Nashville.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I seen that shirt and I was like, oh, I like that. I like that.
I bet their stuff is expensive, huh?
Oh, I'm
like
sure.
in their store.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, I bet, yeah.
But I bet they get money. I bet they get, they get the money for it too. So. But yeah.
But then again,
that's a good shirt.
I've heard those places are more like a museum tour now, and you buy souvenirs there.
Yeah, probably.
Kind of like going and visit the American Chopper place, and you don't really come out buying a motorcycle, but you leave with T-shirts and caps and belts and keychains.
No, but they're kind of like, I would say they're kind of like almost like a broker. You are interested in something, you Google it, this rare item or whatever, and it's at this place, and or they have one, and but you're gonna pay big money for that stuff too. So
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's I got a few things at the thrift store the other day. It was pretty good. I found a bunch of puzzles. Found about 12 puzzles. So
good.
So I'm gonna I haven't listed anything.
I figured.
I've been kind of lazy. Not really lazy, but just,
No, you're just relaxing and trying to take time with Tina. I understand.
hanging out and just, trying
That's the
to,
most important thing.
spend as much time as I can. She was going to be gone in a couple of days, so.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Yeah, I know, but it does go fast.
Yeah.
Zooms by. But yeah.
Besides that, I have like 10 items that are coming in the mail today.
What?
And I think they're all checks
Checks? For what?
for my school loans.
Oh,
Oh.
gotcha. Well,
I
that's
was,
good.
yeah, because they all say the same thing, like Internal Revenue Service.
Yeah, well,
Oh.
that's awesome.
So I was like, yes.
Yeah, that's good.
All the good stuff is coming in the mail today.
Mm.
Beth says my car looks like a mobile coffee bar with about 15 coffee makers piled up in it.
Oh my gosh, Beth.
That's good though.
I've been seeing a lot of people getting good buys. Oh, Deldon, man, he bought a couple of storage units and just hauling in great stuff.
Yeah.
John, the Cincinnati picker, last week got those 3 storage units with all that stuff.
Oh man, there was so much good stuff in there too. Like if you watch the video, oh my gosh. He got a great deal. He paid $3,000 for it, wasn't it? 3 or 4? Was it 4,000?
Can't remember. I think it was 3.
I think it was 3 too. Maybe it was 3. But he got a great deal on that because they're just packed full of anything that you want to resell. It's in there.
Yeah, just the storage shelves in those were hundreds of dollars. Just the shelving that was in there.
Oh yeah.
In those. So.
And he said he was gonna try and condense one into another.
Yeah, he needs out from under all that rent he's having to pay for keeping those.
Yeah.
But if there's somebody that can flip through a lot of inventory in a hurry, it's John.
Oh my gosh.
He sold 10,000 CDs, right?
Wow.
Or was it more than that? It was like 30 pallets of CDs he did a couple of years ago.
Wow.
That's back when he had his whole crew at his auction house, and he had like 3 or 4 people working on those.
Did he used to have an auction house?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was look what I found auction.
Yep.
He sold like 80% of it to his business partner. But he keeps his finger in it because he bought and designed all the software, and it cost him a pretty penny.
Yeah. Well, and it probably helps, in case he needs to, like, with this, I mean, he could probably get rid of a lot of stuff, if he finds that, he just needs to get out of it or whatever.
Yeah, he'll take all the big stuff like furniture to his own auction house, I figure.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's awesome. That's the way to go right there.
That's cool. Yeah.
Beth, you better be careful. You need to get that stuff out of your car. Trying to hit yourself in the head with a rotisserie oven.
That's dangerous.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. If she slammed on the brakes too hard, she would be murdered by a coffee pot or something.
We'll call her half baked.
Yeah.
Good one, Valerie.
Half baked or half brewed.
Half brewed Beth. Yeah. Half baked and brewed Beth. Say that 3 times fast.
How's it going, HBB?
Morning, Myra.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, so, oh, sorry.
No, I was just going to ask Maggie if she's going through her box right now.
I am. This is a jumper. It's cute. It's just
that is cute.
that adorable, and it is Disney princess.
Oh, very cute.
Is that cute? Yeah.
Maggie's like, I'm going to find some stuff in here to fit me.
I know. Well, see, she sent me this little bag of jewelry.
Oh, cool.
So I'm like, wow, look at that bracelet. That's mine.
I could use that.
That's my style.
Yeah, this one too. The same thing. It's just black with the sparklies.
Oh, nice.
That's mine. Yeah, they're all cute bracelets.
See, Todd, this is a Cindy box.
This is a Cindy box.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
You wouldn't be interested though, because it's got like
I have bracelets too.
Oh my gosh.
I've got gizmos and gadgets aplenty. I've got who's it's and what's it galore. Want a thingamabob? I've got 20.
That's crazy.
I have a lot of bracelets.
This is a Gymboree.
Angle anyone?
Oh, those are pretty. Oh, that's a pretty bangle, the sparkly one.
Which one?
Sparkly.
That one, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You could send that to me.
You could use this for brass knuckles.
Yep.
It's pretty solid. I'd hate to get
That's cute.
slapped with this thing.
Did you see what I put in the chat yesterday, Valerie?
About what?
About I was listing that what is it called? The gaze bodysuit.
Uh-huh.
And I went to look for a listing on eBay and I found yours.
Yeah.
I like that one, Todd.
Mine's
That
old.
one's pretty.
Look,
Yeah.
the rhinestones match the gray hair on my arm.
Oh, they sure do. That's pretty.
I did. I want more.
Yeah, that's
more.
So I was we
sounds
were on the way to the airport yesterday, and on the way I was listening to Katie and Vicky, their show on
Yes, on managed
Yeah.
payments.
I was in there
so
too.
it sounded pretty good. Sounded
Mhm.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Teresa knows a lot about you know, she definitely has an inside hand. You know, she goes to corporate, she, you know, rubs elbows with the eBay people. So you know,
Yeah,
She's
she really knows what she's talking about. These are new. These have tag.
she's pretty up to date on
Mm.
as far as stuff like that goes. So
Yeah, she
has a lot of
said,
good
let me
information.
say, I didn't actually watch the whole thing because I want to go back and watch the end. She did talk about the fees.
Uh-huh.
So right now, the fees are billed monthly.
Yeah.
So right now, your money just goes into your account daily. And at the end of the month, all your fees are still billed monthly. You can pay them however you pay them. Like I could still pay them with my credit card. You could pay them by PayPal. She did say you can transfer, you can have your money transferred to a PayPal account. You just have to.
No.
She didn't say that?
No.
No, did I hear her wrong?
Only if you have a routing number.
Right.
and an account number for PayPal is the only way that you can have it transferred.
And you can have that, I think, if
PayPal.
you have a PayPal debit card, they said.
I was
No.
watching till the end and they were answering a question.
See, I didn't watch till the end.
They were answering a question about somebody who regularly like buys and sells with their PayPal.
Right.
And they don't have a checking account. And so they want to stay with their PayPal. They asked if they could have their money transferred into a PayPal. And they said no,
No.
because
Oh.
PayPal is not a bank.
Right.
So
See,
they said
Earl-
you won't be able to get a routing or an account number for them.
Okay.
early on,
So-
she asked a question and I thought she said you could, but obviously I didn't hear correctly.
And I
No.
think that's where people are a little confused because
Yeah.
they do consider PayPal a bank.
A bank.
Mhm.
You know, and they're not. They're a processor. They're not a bank. So you know, in that situation, I mean, they're not even FDIC approved. They
Right.
don't have any insurance against them. So your
Yeah.
money goes away and you're, SOL.
Yeah.
So you'd be better off. And I don't, I guess I understand there's some things about, getting a checking account that makes
Yeah.
uneasy. I'm going to get a second account. And
I think people maybe just
and it doesn't have to be a business account.
it doesn't
No.
have to be. No. I do have a business account, but it doesn't have to be.
You can just do a regular checking account and you know.
Brandon set mine up in like less than 3 minutes the
Yeah.
other night, an extra account.
I think people are just wedded to the PayPal because that's what we're familiar with. But you
Sure.
get an account that has a Mac card, an ATM, the debit card.
Yeah.
It's just the same thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This is a sweater that I've never heard the brand of. It's born in Brooklyn, but the original
Ooh.
tag price is $80.
Nice.
Yeah.
Looks like maybe cashmere.
I don't think it's cashmere. I
Oh,
could be wrong. It doesn't
If it's
feel
not
looks
like.
cashmere,
pretty.
Probably acrylic.
No, it's rayon nylon,
Okay.
but it's very pretty color. New with tags. I'm gonna get my money's worth out of this box for sure.
It'll come up, Beth. You just have to wait. And you can't even do anything with it right now anyways.
Yeah.
It's just sitting there. So
Yeah.
mine's all ready to go too, and it's just sitting there.
Yeah.
So, but it kind of did make more sense what they were talking about, how they were talking about like the what was it? Like the fees don't come out right now
Right.
because of everybody else is, not in there right now.
Right.
So as soon as everybody else gets with the program, then they will start taking out the fees and stuff out of everybody. So that was good to know. I just, like me and Hank were saying yesterday, I think it's stupid and a missed opportunity for eBay to make it easier as far as like the whole return process. Like, why wouldn't they do like Poshmark or Mercari and make you wait until they cleared the, accepted the item,
Right.
accept the item, then give me my money.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it would just make it an easier process, I think. And one that we're kind of already used to with dealing with those other platforms.
Yeah. The processing fees, and correct me if I'm wrong, they don't come out right now, but it's changing.
Yeah.
July 20th, they will start coming out with the sale. So the processing fees will come out of your money as soon as the sale is made. Is that what you understood?
Yeah, see, you would
Your final value fees and your any kind of fees that you have associated with that. I don't know about promoted listing fees, but I know
right.
I'm pretty sure the
I'm not
final
sure about
value
that
fees
either.
and
She
the
wasn't sure about promoted listings. Somebody asked her and she
Mm-mm.
wasn't sure.
but the insert fees, the final value fees, those are all supposed to come out
Mm-hmm.
with out of your money once the sale is made.
Mm-hmm.
So just like Poshmark does.
But we were reading yesterday, and it looks like shipping is going to be a whole different animal because eBay is going to take out, if you ship through eBay, eBay is going to take out your shipping and add it to like an invoice, and that will get paid at the end of the month with your subscription and all of that.
Okay.
See, to me, that doesn't make sense. Why wouldn't you just do the whole thing all at once? You know what I mean? Like, even with the subscription, why not pay it right in the front of the month,
Right.
instead of at the end of the month?
No, I would not. I would not delete that, Beth.
No.
Because that is the way. Let's see. David said the processing fees are coming out now.
There, he might be
Huh.
talking about some other fee. Maybe he's talking about the
I'm not sure.
Yeah, she specifically said that right now, she specifically say that right now the fees are not being taken out.
Right.
That you're getting billed at the end of the month, but when everybody's in, they will go to this. She called it fee netting, where the fees will be taken out per transaction. But right now, she said there are no fees coming out. That it all happens at the end of the month.
And I thought that's what David said too.
Yeah.
It seems like that's what David said, that he is not. They're not taking out the fees right now.
Yeah, I do think that's what David said.
Yeah. So
I got a lot of new tag stuff in this box.
It's gonna be it's gonna be a learning curve, and we're all gonna have to work together and learn how this is gonna work.
Yeah.
And we'll just have to figure it out.
But it just sounded so much less scary when she, the way she presented it,
the way she
made it.
She had the screen shares.
Yeah.
And everything, so that definitely helped. And David said the processing fees come out, and then you get a deposit daily or weekly, and at the end of the month you pay for your seller fees. Okay.
I think I'm going to wait until all of y'all figure it out, and then I'm just going to do what y'all do.
Well, I think by July,
That way I don't have to think about it.
I think by July you're not going to have any choice. I mean, I get the impression July is it. Everybody's going in. You can either register early or you'll just be thrown in there.
Yeah.
Man, I got to get a few coins listed. Dang.
Yeah, you really should, Todd.
Well, you
You could get rid of some of that stuff. I mean, by July they could have it.
Yeah, they could have it worked out. Because I'm sure we're I'm sure there's lots of other people that deal in that probably have their lobbyists or are lobbying for them to change that on there. So yeah.
Oh, it's a bodysuit.
July will be here before we know it.
That's true.
It will, because time is marching on.
So congratulations, Maggie, on your grandson. He got off of the oxygen.
Yes.
That's
Oh,
great.
Yes.
that's so sweet.
That is
Yeah.
awesome.
They pulled him off the oxygen and he's
Took-
now completely feeding from the bottle.
Oh,
Good.
Pulled out,
good.
pulled out his feeding tube. Maureen did come home yesterday.
Great.
Oh, good.
And they said, you know, she's just under orders too. If her temperature goes up in the slightest bit, she has to call.
Mm-hmm.
But they think they've pinpointed. They were trying to pinpoint what strain of the E. coli. Lori's in the green room. They had, and they think they did. So they've got her on these drugs, and
Yay.
yeah. So hopefully Ben will be home soon, and this will all be behind us.
That's
Oh,
great.
Yeah, it's just a little trial, you know, like I mean, I'm so happy that I didn't have problems like that with my children. And you know, it could happen to anybody.
Yeah.
But I think that it's a little trial that's gonna teach you for life.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah. Of course, he said to me,
Good morning, Lori
way.
and Bambi.
no way they're ever having another baby, but they could change their mind.
Yeah.
Or they couldn't
Or Ben.
because she's, 30. Hey, Dottie and
It
David.
definitely puts things in perspective. Like, Julie, my daughter, she wanted 5 kids, and after Emmy was born, she was like, nope, no more.
It's done.
Nope. We're not doing it.
Q-tip.
It's
Okay.
cute, a little old-fashioned telephone magnet.
Oh, that is cute.
That is super cute.
He got to go to the groomer yesterday, so he had
So-
to come show off.
There you
So
go.
yesterday, I missed this part. Were they recommending that people do weekly disbursements or daily disbursements?
Weekly.
She
We-
recommended weekly. Yeah.
Okay.
And she was actually saying that she would rather that they do every 2 weeks.
Right.
That it would make it probably a smoother transition if it was every 2 weeks instead of just 1 week.
Okay.
But once everything gets in there and gets moving, I think it'll be good. I just, there's certain things that I don't agree with the way that they're doing things, but it's whatever.
Yeah. So David Mower says, wonder if sellers without a store are going to have to jump through hoops like sellers with a store. It's a very good possibility because they are
Yeah.
pro. They would like you to subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
And the very smallest store, I think, is like $5 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have a store, you have more options. You have more options with, putting your stuff on sale.
No.
Promoted listings.
You
Your
sell those?
fees are better. You have a seller hub. I just think I couldn't imagine running my business without having a store.
Mm-hmm.
I just think you have more options. But I mean, I also, I can't even remember how many listings you can have with the smallest.
It's like 50 or something, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very minute.
They need to have one in between the anchor and the.
Yeah, I don't know why they haven't done that. I'm assuming because they make more money if somebody, decides they want to go big and use the. Oh, Beth says she sold a voodoo item, Todd.
Oh.
That's just weird. That doesn't work for me. Maybe because I don't believe in it.
I think you have to believe, and who knows, it may happen and you don't even recognize it.
I sold that Xbox I got for free off the neighborhood app. I bundled it up with a couple of games, and it already had all the controllers and the cord and stuff. And I threw some games in with it, and it had a memory card. And I sold it for $175 last night.
Huh.
Yeah, I thought it was a dream when I got up this morning. And I'm looking, I was like, oh, nope, that happened.
That's
cool.
awesome. Good job.
Pays to be looking around for free stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Morning, Dottie. Yeah.
I was up at 6:30 or 6 o'clock this morning. Fell right back to sleep. Took me another shower. I have like night sweats. Uh-huh. I got all cozy in my robe, my coffee. I was drinking my coffee and falling asleep while I was drinking.
Oh my gosh!
So I finally drank it and put the cup down. Next thing I know, it's like 9 o'clock. I'm like, oh.
What the heck?
I want my money now to Mike.
Yeah.
Don't get
my
me
money
wrong.
and I want it now.
Yeah. JG Wentworth. It doesn't cash now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I want it now too, but because they're doing this, you might as well see the good in it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or if you can't, then I don't know what to tell you. Just try to get through it as best as you can, because this is what they're doing. It's like, this is what we're doing. You might as well, jump on the train.
Just like when they got PayPal, we had to adjust to that too. It was something new and they had their rules. And I mean, it was kind of cool, but at the time you didn't have the option of the card. Now you do. And now you won't unless you use your own bank account. So, which we're going to open a second one just for the business, and because it was just PayPal had all the business transaction stuff in it. So now we're going to open a separate account with the bank, and that's where that money goes. So,
and my bank account that Brandon set up for me the other night was it's through Chase, because we have our bank account through Chase. And so he just set up an additional account. He didn't make it a business account or anything like that.
Yeah, we're not going to do that either.
But they basically said if you have $500 that is deposited into this account a month, then there's no $12 fee or something. So, I'm not going to have any fees from it, so that's a good thing. As long as I make $500, I'm sure I'll be all right with that, unless I'm really screwing off or something.
Yeah.
Hi, Dottie.
And what I think I'm going to do, because I just have everything linked to my personal account, and what I'm thinking I'm going to do is just move, which is going to be a process, but I think I'm going to move all of my platforms to this one account.
Me too.
That way things go in, and things can go out, and anything that's sold, like
it's tracked that way.
My apps or anything like that can go right through there, and be processed through there. So, yeah. So that's kind of the plan.
It's just going to take some getting used to.
Yeah. Just have to work with it.
And it's like I told Teresa, it's not like I take money out of PayPal every day, so it's no big deal if I have to wait a few days to get payment. So, because I can always take and transfer money from that account to whatever I might need it for. If I need it for a bill or whatever, I can transfer it to the main account to pay a bill. So it's no big deal. Because I leave my money in PayPal anyway for the most part.
Right.
So we'll just have to make different arrangements now, but I get used to doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've only read bits and pieces of what's about to happen, and I need to sit down and read the whole thing. So, and watch a few of I know a couple people have done videos, the ones that are using it with their opinions and stuff. So I'm going to sit and go through those and inform my own objective. So, an actual plan of attack.
And even if you do that, you're still gonna have questions. I know.
Oh
I do.
yeah, I mean, there's questions. There's still questions about PayPal. There's still questions about eBay. I mean, it's like I've been doing this for years. And I mean, nearly 20, almost what 22 years. So yeah, 20. Well, I started in '98.
I wonder.
So
That's a good question, Beth. She says, but how do you know how much of that money in your account you have to spend each month on the supplies, inventory, etc.? Like I always keep $1,000 in my account for sourcing travel. And you can still do that, but you're gonna have to
right.
make sure it's, it's gonna have to be in there before. Just like if it's in your PayPal now, just transfer it into your bank account, and then you can transfer everything from PayPal if you wanted to into your bank account too, just to keep just to keep adding to that, for your sourcing and stuff.
Yeah, if you have like a ballpark figure what you spend every month on supplies, and okay, I need at least $500.
Right.
Because eBay gives me X amount, so I need this much to make sure I have everything I need every month.
Yeah.
I mean, I charge all my stuff to a rewards credit card, so
So
and
you
I
get
can go look
points.
and I can go look at any time and see what's the balance on that. So I know I have to have this much in my account to cover that balance at the end of the month. And then it gives you a good idea of what I spend the average, month.
Which is what I do with PayPal. If I do have to take money out, I always check my ending balance to see what it is I have to pay.
Right.
And leave that plus another 100 for shipping if something comes through, until I'll make sure I've got at least $100 for shipping.
But mine's been low since I can't go out shopping at the
Yeah, your balance is high. What's your money coming in, but your what's going out?
Yeah, usually my GoDaddy sends me a message saying your profit this week is negative whatever, because I've just been to the thrift shop and it keeps track of my charges to the credit card. And this month, for 2 months, it's been like in the plus. Your profits are
crazy.
She says that my vape pods come out of that account.
I don't even do that anymore. Vape. I don't smoke. I don't vape.
Are you done with it?
Yeah, I pretty much got bored with it. And I still have my CBD oil and stuff like that, but I haven't used it in a while. I still have this irritating cough, and I didn't want to attribute it to that, so I quit using it for a while. And I still have the cough, so it's not that. So I think it's my asthma or something that's causing it. Last time it was parakeets. We didn't know what the problem was. Now I don't know what it is now. So.
That's weird.
You have an irritating cough from having parakeets?
Yeah, I've got asthma, and the doctor couldn't figure out why I had this cough because I wasn't sick, other than asthma. And
it's the bird flu.
It was the dander, because we were breeding them too and giving the babies away and stuff like that. And I kept having this. It was just a nagging cough.
Maybe you got chirpies. It's a canarial disease.
Yeah. But yeah, for a long time she couldn't figure out. She kept upping my meds and doing all this stuff, and my albuterol, and telling me to take so many puffs a day, blah blah blah. And I kept doing all that, and I was still coughing like crazy. And we got to talking one day. We were just sitting there. She was like on the computer, and me and Teresa said, "Oh, I think the eggs are going to hatch today." And the doctor looked at her and said, "What?" She said, "Yeah, we got like parakeets." And she said, "You have birds." And we're like, "Yeah." She said, "Get rid of them." She said, "That's the whole problem." It's been like almost a year. And she was trying to figure out why I was coughing like that, because nothing ever come up on the like the MRIs and X-rays other than asthma. And she said, "That's triggering your asthma, the dander, the bird dander." Because I was the one that cleaned the cage and a lot, and
somebody in our circle, I can't remember who it was, but somebody in our circle was having a problem with their blood pressure medicine making them cough.
Yeah, I had that too.
Oh,
They
I
changed
think
that.
I was talking about that.
Yep. They
Yep.
changed mine because of that same reason, and I'm still have the cough.
Morning, Rita.
So,
Certain
then,
types of blood pressure medicine, yeah.
yep, I was on lisinopril, I think.
Lisinopril.
Yeah.
Lisinopril is a big culprit of that.
And they give me something else, and now my legs hurt really bad. So that's the other.
Mm.
I
I'd
was
rather-
the one that made my gums bleed.
So I mean, it's like, but now my legs, they just ache terrible. Like
Yeah.
I've walked 5,000 miles and not gotten anywhere.
Is lisinopril, is that the one that has the diuretic in it?
Yeah.
Lisinopril is the one I take
Lisinopril,
Yeah.
there's like,
for my
I
blood
don't
pressure.
know that it is.
No, because I take the hydrochlorothiazide alongside my. I've always taken it.
Hydrochlorothiazide.
Oh,
Yeah, however you pronounce it. Water pill.
lisinopril is what is an ACE inhibitor.
Yeah.
And
I got one now that has
I'm
potassium in
supposed to take,
it. So
Mm.
Hey, Rita, good morning. Mike says, guys, notice the price of meat is going way up. It is insane. Yeah, they're saying that that there's problems with the meat supply chain.
yeah, they're doing.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think Tyson is still shut down, as far as I know, or they were because of illness. So that's why this chicken was getting so hard to come by.
Yeah. We go to our local Amish market.
Yeah.
They're always stocked full.
Which we've got, some of our Krogers are stocked to the gills, and some of it, nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like.
Now, I noticed yesterday I was able to go online and order face masks, just like
Mhm.
regular disposable face masks to
Mm-hmm.
send to my son and daughter-in-law. With shipping, they should be there in 2 days. Whereas
Hoping.
like 3 weeks ago, I ordered masks that took me 3 weeks to get. So
Teresa
that
still ain't got hers.
Really? Well,
And
I just ordered a box from Amazon.
That's where she ordered some from Amazon back when all this first started, and they were
Right.
required to wear them at work. She wanted to get the kind that she wanted, and she still hasn't got them. So.
Well, these were supposed to be delivered by tomorrow, by the 16th.
I still haven't got my potato grow bags that I ordered back in March.
Oh my gosh.
So I messaged them, and I get a robotic reply. Hello, we're on holiday. I don't care where you're at. I want to know where my stuff's at.
Oh my gosh.
So now I think we're going to start seeing more food shortages than supply shortages.
Mm-hmm. We stock up on canned meat just to be on the safe side.
Yeah.
I'll keep it on hand because you just never know. The only bad thing about that is it's full of sodium, but
yeah.
So I said if I was allowed to have chickens here, I would, just for the eggs. Because I couldn't kill them to eat them unless I was starving to death. But I'm surprised our Royal King has chickens galore. I'm thinking, why aren't people buying these up? Because it's getting, to the point where you can't find meat. They're starting to, because Aldi's is their meat section was, all they had was the seasoned pork loins and fish. That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. We went into Walmart yesterday, actually 2 days in a row, and they didn't have hamburger meat.
Neither did ours. Then there was one roast, and it was probably about that big, and they wanted $18 for it.
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's stuff like that that's gonna drive people insane,
Mm-hmm. Well, and it's scary.
We just we were gonna make tacos.
Mm-hmm.
And we just bought the hamburger patties, and so we're just going to use those and crumble them up. And
mm-hmm. Yeah, we bought a few of the big hamburger rolls. They're about, like, I forget what, 5 pounds a piece.
Yeah.
And I sat and rolled those up into hamburger patties and put them in freezer bags and put them in the freezer. So And then we got another freezer coming today or tomorrow to put out in the barn for
Hi, Cindy.
stuff.
Yep. Just gotta stock up a little bit.
Yeah. You
Morning,
know,
Cindy.
not hoard anything. I mean, we'll probably share if anybody needs it, but
Yeah.
just make sure we have it if we need it. I never thought about going to the GFS. I wonder what they have. But I think they're called Gordon's Food Supply or whatever for like restaurants and stuff.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
So it's open to the public. I just wonder if they're wiped out too.
Huh.
Because you can buy big rolls of hamburger there.
Yeah.
Big boxes of them already patted out. Big boxes of They have some good fried chicken there. That's what the nursing home used to use.
Morning, Julie.
Hi, Julie.
I put the link in the
Morning,
chat
Julie.
if anyone else wants to come in. So I purchased because April was such a good month, and I usually try and up my supplies and my the things that I use to do the business, and I bought a ring light for myself.
Oh, did
Oh,
you?
cool.
I did.
What?
A ring light for your
I've
computer.
been thinking about one of those.
Because what I have right now is I have 2 box lights, and then I have 2 umbrella lights, and I use all 4 of those to take my pictures. And they're in the living room. They're kind of in a place where if the dogs were to run wild,
knock them over.
Yes, and they have before. And so and they're just so bulky that I decided I wanted to change that up a little bit. So I did invest in a ring light, and Tina.
How much are those?
I think the one that I got was like $85.
Is that the freestanding one? It's got its own.
It's got its own tripod. Yeah. It's a really nice unit.
Because you can use them for your photography, and you can also use it as backlight behind your computer to light you up more on the screen.
Yeah.
It's a soft light.
Yep.
Hmm.
And it's.
Where did you say you got it? You ordered it online?
Yeah, it was on eBay that I got it.
Oh.
And
I've been thinking about doing that because lighting
yeah,
is so.
It's a good. It was a good investment. I feel. I mean, I haven't taken pictures with it yet, so I'm hoping that that's all I'm going to need. I'm hoping that I'm not going to need any other kind of light. Hoping that that'll do the trick. It's got a switch on it too, where you can change like the level of light. It's dimmable, and you've got like there's almost like a yellow. It's not really yellow.
Like the old translucent.
Yeah, it's just kind of
iridescent. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean there's like 3 levels. So if one doesn't get it, maybe the other 2, somewhere around those, you could switch it around. And it also has a place where you can put your phone. So yeah, it was a good investment. I've wanted one for years, but just never pulled the plug on it, and just did it. But because last month was such a really, it was a really good month.
I'll be interested to hear how you feel like it does for your pictures.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to do that. I'm not going to go into detail about it, but I'm going to start doing some videos also, and so hopefully I'll be using that with the videos, and so that should.
That's cool.
I'm excited about that. So.
You don't want to give us a hint of what it's going to be about?
It's something we all have a plethora of.
Okay.
I'm gonna just say that, and you can guess.
Something that we all have what?
A plethora of.
Oh, inventory.
We have a lot of. Well, it's inventory, but it's a kind of inventory.
Don't have to tell me.
Okay.
But yeah, I plan on doing some videos with that. So yeah,
Awesome.
I did that. What else did I buy? Oh, I bought one of those. It's a weighted uh, tape dispenser. So it's the one that it's like a desktop one, but it's for like a two inch.
Oh, cool.
So it's not a gun. It's just one that you can pull off.
Right.
What is it?
It's a weighted tape dispenser.
Oh, okay.
You want
I've been wanting one of those. The
Yeah.
ones that sit on top, so you can just
Yeah.
piece off of it.
Yeah.
'Cause I seen John
Sometimes
had
you don't
one.
have. Sometimes you don't have, enough hands to grab the tape and
Yeah.
Right.
run the tape gun and all that kind of stuff. So,
And I have 3 of the regular tape guns, and I only have one that I actually like because it works properly. The rest of them,
Right.
I got to keep tightening it, and then I'll run it, and then I got to tighten it again. I'm like, oh, throw it, so because it's too loose, and then I got to take the tape back off and tighten it back down.
yeah.
Hi, Cindy. Why?
Personally, I would like to have what we used to call them slobber lips. They were the electric
I was gonna say what?
paper tape dispenser.
Oh.
And it's electric, and it was a big old thing, and you could push buttons that went from 2-inch up to 20 or 36 or 48 inch. So it had all these buttons the size of tape that it would spit out, and it had brush where there was water underneath that would spit it out over that, and you just put it on your carton. And they have it in white or brown, but they're so expensive.
Yeah, I think Bearded Picker uses one of those.
Yeah, I would love to have one of those. But they have the ones now. They have the old ones that have the handle, and you got to crank it down to where you want it. But I want the kind of just push a button. I want 14-inch.
Cindy, why? I got my box yesterday. I love everything in it.
Woohoo!
Thank you so much.
Fisher
I'm very-
Pickens says, "Have you
very
all
pleased.
seen the walk-in photo booths for taking pictures of clothing?"
That's what I want.
I have not seen that.
I have not.
I'd probably
Nicole
get
State
lost
has
in
one.
it. Huh?
Oh, really?
Oh, does I haven't watched her in forever. Nicole
I haven't watched her either.
State's Place.
I just painted my wall white.
I just have a sheet hung on the wall.
I have a walk-in photo booth. It's 60 feet long by 12 feet wide. But I can have room for everything else too. So. The kitchen over there, the old kitchen, is my photo room.
Oh.
My only thing is when I have to take pictures of white clothing and then I have to dig out some kind of black background. It's such a pain in the neck.
No.
Oh, Rita says it's like $250.
Oh, wow.
But I mean,
Yeah.
it helps. Yeah, it helps you.
Yeah, I mean.
But I don't know. I find the white wall just helps me. I've tried the sheet, and I wasn't comfortable with that. I used it, and it got me by. But I mean, in reality, you really don't have to have elaborate.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it depends on like shadowing, and so you kind of have to look for the right spot in your house that doesn't where you don't have the shadows and
I
everything.
use a poster board for for the small stuff because there's no seam, so it's just kind of like this.
Yeah.
But when I got to do my clothes, I have a marker. I have a 4x6 marker board mounted on the wall back there.
Yeah.
So, and that's just fine. It's white. Otherwise, I would have to deal with a purple wall. Why they painted their kitchen purple? It's purple on the back wall and blue on the sides. I haven't figured that one out. You imagine waking up in the morning to get your cup of coffee and you're like, what the hell did I do in here? Why is these walls this color?
That'll wake you up right there.
I'm thinking, oh.
Maybe I can make a photo booth.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Out of cardboard.
Yeah. You can make it out of 1x2s from Lowe's or something and throw some sheet around
Find
it
you
or
a
whatever.
refrigerator box.
Mm-hmm. Or that. My first one was made like that.
Wheels are turning.
With tissue paper and I forget Teresa bought a stereo system or something So I took and cut the tops and the sides, one top and one side, and put tissue paper on either side.
Yep.
And then filtered the light through that.
Yep.
Until it fell apart.
I have a lot of wheels turning right now.
You can hear them squeaking. I hear them squeaking from over here.
Get that WD-40 out.
I'm telling you.
And they're starting to smoke. I see it coming out of one ear.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear sizzle. We went 2-tracking last night, but not on purpose.
You went what?
2-tracking.
Explain, please.
Well, my nephew, he has like a golf cart type thing, but it runs on gas, right? And he had broke a belt, and so we went and got them and came back to the house. Brandon went across the street and got a belt out of his neighbor's garage. And went back. It took him like 2 minutes to put it on. It was super fast. And then it was already dark and they don't have headlights on it. So we had to follow them back probably about, I'd say 15 to 17 miles.
Oh my gosh.
On back roads. And yeah. It was interesting.
Did you hear Deliverance playing in the background?
Not much.
You sure got a purty mouth.
Yep.
Yeah. Brandon's in the passenger seat. You don't know how to follow anybody, do you? I'm like, shut up. Shut up.
Well, hello there, Skinny Minnie.
I was like, I don't want to be going too fast to where I'm going to run over them if they hit the brakes, you know?
Right.
But yeah, it was, I was on a lot of roads last night here in town that I had never been on.
That was, I'm sure that was fun for you just to get out. And
I just wanted to get out of the house for a minute.
Yeah.
That's good. Nothing wrong with that.
It took about a half hour to get them to where they were supposed to be, but we got there.
Weirdo.
Yeah.
That's not a chair.
Oh my gosh.
Get your butt out of my face.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, don't be getting up there.
Going on today.
Go over, Sissy.
Rick says I want to make my life even easier. Walk in fridge, walk in microwave.
Yeah. That little fart right there, I got all my little potatoes buried in my little, I got a big planter from down at the barn. The manager, the owner, let me have them. I thought, oh, those would be good for potatoes since I didn't get my grow bags. So I planted all these little pieces with the spuds coming out in it. Little shit down there. Right after we got him back from the groomer, where's he go? Right in there and just digging.
Oh man.
Digging my potatoes. I was like, get out of here. He's such a heathen. And then Teresa poured topsoil up in the back corner. And we look over there and there's Bambi rolling all in it. She had dirt all over her.
Gosh.
She just rolling and carrying on and rubbing her face in it. She looks up at me and it's got dirt everywhere.
My gosh.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I'm not sure what we got going on today, but I'm sure she's definitely helping me get some things organized, and
good.
It's helping me get motivated to get it done. So I think we're gonna get the treadmill out of here, and then I don't know what else we're doing. I'm sure I'll find something for. Oh, she's gonna spot me because I have to go underneath the house to change the filter.
Oh God, yeah.
So I was like, "This is perfect timing. At least somebody's here."
Yeah.
So be right there for me. You know.
Well, we were there last
I
time
know.
for you.
I know. But
You have to go under the house to change your filter.
The heater and the air conditioner is underneath the house in the crawl space.
And yeah,
Mine's
so
right there in the
but
hallway.
Makes absolutely no sense.
That doesn't make. I've never heard of that. I mean, I've heard of it being in a basement.
No.
We're in an open area, but under a crawl space. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard in my
Well,
life. Did they do build a house around the air conditioner?
I don't know. I don't know.
She has to go in. You have to go in through the house though, like in the hallway, right?
I have to go in through the closet. In the closet is the opening of the crawl space. So I have to, and basically it's like the crawl space, of course, isn't very deep, so it's about halfway up. Yeah. So half of me is sticking out of the closet, and then the rest of me. So then you have to kind of contort yourself to get down into the. So you kind of have to like almost back up and bend down at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And then you kind of have to crawl backwards on your belly down to the filter, which isn't that far. It's like maybe a couple of scoots and you're there. And then you just slide the filter in, and then you kind of it's a process though. Mike was 6'4", 330 pounds, and he did it. So if he can do it, I can do it. I worry about if there's any critters down there.
That would be me.
That's what I worry about, because I'd be like, if I don't even know if I seen a snake down there, I'd probably be okay. But if I seen a mouse,
go get you some. Send me some money back.
I'd be like,
okay. She'd be making another hole in the floor.
Get me the hell out of here! Yeah. Like, yeah, you wanted to try to have an exit plan.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you think about it, really, there's not going to be anything under there because there's no food under there.
Right.
There's spiders.
All I would say is, like, they would be that down there for the warmth or the. Mm-hmm. But it's warm outside right now, so.
It's not as cold as raining.
But it's going to be, down below, it's going to be colder, right? So I don't know. I'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Sounds like they added the air conditioner after they built the house. They're like, well, we'll just cut a hole in the floor and drop it down in there.
I said it's warm outside, and Brandon goes, it's not warm outside, it's cold and raining. And I'm like, I'm not talking about outside here. I'm talking about outside in Kansas.
But yeah, so I gotta do that. Karen says, "Oh, thank goodness, Valerie, I could not take another video of you being alone under the house."
I'm glad Tina's there for you. To spot you.
Definitely. So we're gonna. That's on the list, and yeah,
awesome.
Just gonna get some things in tip top shape.
Tip top.
How do you say that? I don't know how
tip top.
Tip top.
Tip top shape.
One advantage of having a skinny son-in-law. Say, hey, Corey. So I know when we put our electric stove in, he had to go from the back of the house and take that wire and get in between the addition and the axles where the tires and stuff used to be, and crawl up through that little opening, which is probably not much wider than the width of my computer screen. And he's like on his belly. I hear him knocking. I'm right here. I'm like, okay. I need to come a little bit more. I'm right here. I says, maybe we should have tied a rope to your foot so we can just drag you back out. So, because that's, almost 60 feet that he had to crawl on his belly to drag that wire and run it. There's holes in the frame, so he was running it through the frame to keep it off the ground. So, and he was covered in spider webs when he come out.
Yeah.
So,
hopefully it won't be too bad. When I first went out there, I didn't know where the where the filter would go.
Mm-hmm.
I had no clue. So this time shouldn't be too hard. No.
So yesterday, I got to spend an hour of my life with eBay live chat.
Wow.
How'd that go?
Oh man, what a nightmare.
Went over like a lead balloon.
Well, first, the story goes, I shipped out a windshield and it broke in transit, so the customer wanted a refund, so it was fine. But he also opened a case on PayPal. I'm like, why would you need to do that? Why don't you just return on eBay and I'll refund you? Anyway, so got the windshield back and I tried to refund him on eBay and they wouldn't allow it. We can't do this right now. And I'm like,
Oh,
and I
jeez.
tried 5 different times over like 8 hours. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
still wouldn't. So, and PayPal was sending me a message, hey, this buyer needs a refund. So I just refunded on PayPal.
Mhm.
Well, it never went off of eBay
Mm-hmm.
as I need to make a refund by what was yesterday, the 13th. And they sent me 2 messages yesterday morning saying, you need to refund this buyer. You need to refund this buyer. I was like, no, I don't, I already did. So I get on, of course, you can't call them. It says phone service is unavailable. So,
Mhm.
and then I got, seemed like a nice lady, but she kept doing typos and all kinds of weird stuff, chatting with me about it. And I was like, wait, what? What did you just say? I'm like, ah, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then finally, we got it taken care of and had it removed. But God, what a bunch of friggin' frack snacking hoops to jump. It took 58 minutes on chat, plus the 6 minutes I had to wait for the chat to start.
Right.
And then after I was done, I spent like another 5 or 6 minutes giving my feedback on how the chat went,
Mm.
which I didn't give them a very good rating.
Yeah.
But
Well, you could do that same thing on eBay for Business.
had,
You can send them a message on eBay for Business Messenger, and they will take care of it.
okay. Anyway,
So that's one way to get a hold of them to do that.
I mean, it got taken care of, but this shouldn't have happened in the first place. The second I refunded on PayPal, eBay should have been notified and taken it off of their deal, right?
I
Doesn't
don't know
eBay?
if that may be
Well, the first problem was
it
I
may
should
just
have.
have it may take like 24 hours for it to like reset. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know that for sure, but yeah, definitely. Beth says eBay for Business could do that for you. I mean, you have to wait. You know, you can send them a message.
Send them a private Facebook message on eBay for Business.
Yeah.
But,
and then they will get back to you. They're usually pretty quick.
One of the problems was eBay was not allowing me to send a refund, even though it showed it's been delivered back to me. Why can't I refund on eBay?
Had it showed that it was delivered back to you?
Yeah.
It said that it was shipped back to you?
Yeah.
And that part was over?
That was over a week ago when that happened.
Okay.
And then, you know, you go through the days, you're supposed to do the refund on eBay before they start getting nasty with you. And I said, look, I tried to do it on eBay and
Yeah.
PayPal was breathing down my neck to get it done. So I refunded on PayPal. Oh, well.
Nashana says, has anyone had a problem with eBay sending a return label for a flat rate box, but they keep sending a first class mail return label instead?
I haven't had that happen, but I don't get a lot of
No.
returns.
Huh.
I would say, well, how are you going to do that? I would say send a message to Facebook Messenger, Facebook, eBay for Business,
Right.
and they should be able to take care of that.
Yeah, they should be able to help you with that.
Todd, are you going to file a claim with USPS since it got damaged?
Yeah, I need to. It's worth doing that because it was more than $100 worth of damage.
What?
But the live chat lady was named Ma Carmina. It's like, I'm talking to some elderly Italian lady about my problem with a return. Ma Carmina.
What was it, Todd, that got damaged?
A windshield.
It was one of those truck windshields.
Oh.
So when you ship that, do you ship that with insurance?
Nah.
Okay.
I'm already way in the profit on those, and
okay. So so basically it's covered for $100.
Yeah.
That would be what you would get.
I think the total I was charging for those is $115.
Yeah.
Plus shipping on top, but
yeah. But they don't refund you the shipping. They just refund you the actual
actually, I think
value
it
of
was
the item.
FedEx I shipped it with. Yeah, I shipped it FedEx.
Okay, so you'll just have to go through FedEx and put it.
I've never done a claim through them. Have you?
I've never either.
With FedEx, yeah, I did one time on a turntable.
Oh, right.
And
was it semi-easy?
No, it was a bunch of hoops to jump through, but they finally paid up because the guy that bought it had a doorbell camera.
Mm-hmm.
And when the driver showed up to deliver it, the driver dropped the package. Yeah. And he got it all on tape. Even shows the guy going outside and saying, "Hey, did you just drop that? That's an expensive stereo equipment." Oh, it was wet. They got the FedEx guy.
I seen a doorbell cam the other day that it was awful. It was Halloween, so this person's house was all decorated with skeletons, talking skeletons, and all kinds of stuff up and down the porch. This guy, he took up 3 boxes, he's just dancing along, and he takes up 3 boxes up these steps, and he trips. And so he trips and hurts his arm, or no, he smashes his arm into a pumpkin. And he gets up, he wipes off his arm, he kicks the packages into the door, and then he proceeds to throw a fit and take down every single one of those Halloween decorations by punching it and kicking them.
Oh my God.
And smashing all of the pumpkins, and then sees that there's a door cam, tries to jiggle it around and remove it, and then and then sees us there's no way to do that. Oh, my husband's calling me. And so he says, oh, look, there's money, and then puts it under the door and leaves.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you think that video looks staged, Hank?
Anyway, yeah. eBay live chat is no bueno. No, don't do it if you can avoid it. I'm ready to get back phone service with eBay, even though sometimes you have to talk to Rajab from Pakistan or whatever, and he's hard to understand. Just your return is coming soon.
Okay, Todd.
Thank you, Rajab. No problem. Sounds like Apu on The Simpsons. Yeah. Okay. Gwen just fussed at me.
Yep, I can imagine.
Anyway, what are we listing today? I think I'll do video games.
I'm going to do DVDs. That's what I'm working on, but the boss is home, so
I've got puzzles. 2,
Thanks.
4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yeah, I got about 12 puzzles from the thrift store the other day.
Oh, we gotta get them listed before
So yeah,
quarantine is over.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, man, that's something you got to get on because, depending. I mean, I think like elderly people are probably still going to be, on lockdown for the most part. But I mean, that's not the only people that does puzzles either, But I mean, kids are going to be home, so parents are going to be home, so I can still. I believe that I can sell them. I believe I can fly.
I have a few PlayStation games to get listed.
Oh, cool. Are you done with all your cartridge games now?
No.
Oh, just moving on.
Well,
taking a break.
I think I'm about done with NES, SNES, and Sega Genesis cartridges. But I still have all the Ataris to go.
Man.
And then I have some NES still in the boxes, so they're going to have to be listed separately as complete with box, which is a different listing than just listing plain games. But yeah, I got to get through this stack of PS2s now. I got a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Bunches and bunches.
Dottie says, Valerie, I could not find you yesterday. Yes, still listing puzzles. Yeah, I didn't come on yesterday. But Sally, if you get a chance, go over and subscribe to Sally, because if I don't do a show, usually Sally will step in and take do a show. So
put them over there on the.
Go over and subscribe to her channel. She's a upside down picker. So yeah, I kind of got into a situation yesterday morning, and I wanted to spend some time with Tina too. So
yeah,
I knew you would understand.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Are those puzzles new, or are they?
They're used.
They're used.
Yeah.
So you got to count.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a lot of counting to do, because I would say, well, there's a couple that are new. They're sealed.
Yeah.
But the majority of them are used. So I'll just go over and thank you, bum crack picker.
Yeah. Thank you, bum crack.
I'll just go over and I'll list those, get those up and unlisted, because I've sold pretty much every puzzle that I have. I think I only have maybe one or two. So, and they've done really well. And the prices on them were pretty reasonable too. So, it's the one thing that I know that will sell during this time. So
I cannot wait until our thrift stores open up. Oh my gosh.
Well, me either.
I can't wait till there's yard sales.
Yeah.
You know what? It's really weird, but like usually you can only do 2 yard sales
Bye,
per
Beth.
summer or per season. And you have to go get a $3 permit
A
from
permit. Yeah.
the what do you call this, township.
Yeah.
And so they have this notification thing that's like a screen thing down at the stoplight, and it said that the permits are being waived right now, but they ask that you only do two yard sales this season.
Anyway, yeah.
So they're not restricting it, and they're not making us pay for them.
Right.
So yeah, I can't wait, because I think there's just going to be a bunch.
Well, that's good.
I can't wait.
Really, really good. Yeah. Rita says my thrift store opened in town, but I'm scared to go in. It's just wired now. What does that mean? Oh, weird.
It's just weird.
Now. I was like, wired? Why would it be wired?
I'm not afraid. I would go. Yeah. I mean, what state? Wisconsin, I think the Wisconsin Supreme Court overturned their stay-at-home orders. So I think the whole state's going to be opening up. Morning, Summer.
Morning, Summer.
And I'm just excited for things to get going here if they ever do.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think I don't know what I think. I mean, I said, I'm gonna stay in, and I'm not gonna go anywhere, and then once I got out, once I let me loose, I was just like,
yeah,
hell no, I ain't staying in. I'm getting out of this place. So,
I mean, yeah. I look at Sweden, which never locked down, and their death rate was no higher than the rest of the world. So I just feel like as long as we be careful.
Yeah.
And if you're afraid and scared, then you should stay in and
right.
Stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't mean that in a nasty way. I mean, if you realize, I have some friends who were just really scared and they say, I'm not going out. And a friend of mine said, I'm not going out there. There's a vaccine. And I said, well, then if you're that worried and scared, then you should stay home. And
yeah.
I'm not that afraid.
But
I think the media hype didn't help either, making it sound as bad as it actually is not, because, was it SARS? And it was even worse than this. So
yeah.
I understand. Craig says Todd had one of your Texas resellers on last night. I will go back and watch that. Craig, Wednesday night's my chorus night, so I didn't get a chance to watch it. But Craig's been having these interview shows, which are pretty cool because he's specifically staying away from reseller questions. So he's bringing on these resellers, but then asking them all kind of questions, get to know you questions, which is pretty cool. That's a cute mask, Sally.
Thank you. I got this from Rosie's Closet.
Oh, nice. I heard she was making masks.
Yeah.
What is it?
Crystal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See the ones that have a Velcro flap with a hole in it so you can drink through it?
Oh,
No,
My sister sent me that so we could drink wine through the
Oh my God.
mask. So.
you know what I really want is I want that mask that is like big lips.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then you go
And
like
then you
that.
open it and it shows the
Oh.
teeth and all that is a big smile.
I
Oh
haven't
my
seen
God, that's
that.
what I want.
That's cute.
Yeah, yeah, I got this. And this one has a pocket and I do have HEPA filters, so I will be putting
Yeah, she's
HEPA filters in
donating.
these.
Is she donating a portion of what she gets, or is she donating masks? Like she's selling some and then making
She is
some
donating,
for,
I think, to the hospitals and stuff,
Yeah.
nursing homes and stuff like that.
I'm gonna put her. This is her link. I'm putting in the chat because I think she also has a link to her
It
masks.
did come from this one. I think she's in Las Vegas, and so it took like 12 days to get this to me.
Wow.
Yeah. But I mean, not her fault, but it was, I mean, that was after she shipped it.
Right.
It took like 12 days.
Yeah.
Mm.
Summer says
Yeah.
I'm borderline. Some days I'm scared because I don't want to be sick with the flu, and some days I'm just like F this.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot. I think that is pretty normal with most people. I mean, of course you don't want to get it,
Mhm.
but then again, is this how life is going to be,
I think we're
wonder if
gonna
we
have to be doing this for a while.
That's not much of a life,
I
Yeah.
wonder if we have less flu cases because of all the COVID precautions that have gone on.
It'll be interesting to see the stats a year from now.
Mhm.
Overall, the overall deaths where they're less. Yeah, because it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
I just feel like we're going to be wearing these masks and things for a long while.
For probably for a couple of years, I would think.
Yeah, I think so. But
Just
I'm
so
happy to wear the mask as long as I can go out and about.
Well, I do officially have a mask now. Tina brought me one just for me.
Oh,
that's good.
good for her.
She brought me a mask, so
Did you have to
good.
Did you have to wear them at all yesterday when you were out?
No.
No.
No. I mean, if they're not
Requiring it.
required, then I don't wear them. That probably sounds horrible, but I don't like the way that they feel. I don't like the way that they they make me breathe. I feel like I can't breathe, and I actually feel like I'm like rebreathing my own air. Like it just doesn't, So, but I carry one in my purse, just in case.
Yeah, you never know.
So, and if I need to go into a store and it's required, then I'll wear it. I'm not gonna disobey their rules or anything like that. But Summer says, "Stop! I haven't had McDonald's fries since this started. I'm so jealous." Well, heck, go to the drive-thru and get you some. That shouldn't stop you.
Yeah.
That shouldn't stop you at all. I don't know what.
Yeah, really about the only people wearing masks now are the ones that are required, like servers at restaurants and cooks and that type of thing.
It's crazy because when did you ever think that you'd be going to a restaurant and the servers are wearing masks?
Right.
Just that's crazy.
Yep.
And the tables in the restaurant where you go in, they've got every other table is where you can sit. to keep.
Yeah, see, they haven't done that with us yet.
Yeah. And if you get salt, it's got to be in a package. It won't bring you a salt shaker.
Oh, okay.
Or if you get ketchup, it's got to be in a packet. They won't put a bottle of ketchup on your table.
See, to me, is the risk of that is the exposure that great to where you're gonna get it from the salt shaker and not from the food that's cooked for you?
They're just following the state guideline. That's what the guidelines for restaurant. If your restaurant is gonna open, you're gonna do this. Okay.
Yeah. I guess you do what you got to do, right? I mean, I would do it if our restaurants would open like that. I would say that would be good.
Yeah, I would do it. I read there was a restaurant in South Carolina that bought blow up dolls to make their restaurant look full. So they were only allowed to be at so much capacity. So they fill the empty booths with these blow up dolls.
Gosh,
that's funny.
That's hilarious.
I mean, that's really putting your mind at work,
Yeah. Put a guy and a girl dolls chatting with each other at the bar.
Exactly.
It's funny.
Yeah, just make sure that Dottie, that you answer the questions.
Yeah, because if you don't answer the questions, I don't approve it if they don't answer the questions.
Nope.
Yep. And all the menus now are throwaway menus.
Right, I read that too. You can't use like plastic or menus.
Throwaway menus.
Yeah, the ones at the Mexican food place, their printing was so tiny I couldn't tell whether I was getting a taco or a tamale or an enchilada or what.
Just get the special.
Rita says that was an excuse to use the blow up dolls later.
I did. I wound up just getting the Mexican plate. Just bring me the Mexican plate.
I just want to go out to breakfast somewhere. Just go out to breakfast.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, it's that time of the day.
All right.
I hope
time to get to work.
Day.
Yeah, gonna go list my Cindy box.
I don't know what we got going on today. I'm sure we'll find something to get into. So I hope everybody has a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. As far as I know, I'll be here tomorrow. And we'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Bye, everybody.
I just ordered another Cindy box.
Oh.
Bye.